Good evening, race fans, and a very warm welcome to you back to Invictus Racing League's F2 division. This is season 14, and we are here for round 9 around Saudi Arabia. With thanks to our sponsors, Grid Rival, Nailcut Hall, Driver61, and GridFinder.com. My name is Webbo. I'm flying solo tonight, unfortunately, because regular commentator Lightning is sadly too unwell to make it once again. But please send him some love. He might well be watching. He might be trying to sleep it off. But we wish him well. And a big welcome to Ivan, Burmeister, and Rents, who are here to support the stream as usual. Great to have you guys with us. I know who Burmeister is supporting, and that would be Kuipers, his brother-in-law. But let's take you through how the championship standings find us right now on this round 9 of the, I think it's 15 round championship. No, 16? 16. It's Saudi Arabia tonight. It's the Corniche circuit at Jeddah. And Ginger Tiger leads us with just a single win to his name, but a string of 4 further podiums on 67 points, but only 2 points behind him come 2 more drivers. That's Cool 132 in the Alfa Romeo. He also has 4 podiums. Smoke with 2 wins and 3 other podiums, and our most winningest, most victorious driver, Ivan Beloff, who has 4 wins to his name, but crucially no other scores. We have Nitrogash with 1 win, 1 second, 1 third on 50 points. And then the following cars: Office Red, Rusman, Tadelli, Mr. Steen, and Joe Hamster in the middle of the pack in 10th place. And as far as our Constructors' Championship finds, we currently have Alfa Romeo leading the pack on 104, McLaren on 78. We have Aston Martin also on 78, and on 77 Ferrari, then AlphaTauri on 73. It's very close here in F2. And we enjoyed a very good, very quick race from the boys in F1, boys and girl in F1 last night. Let's see what F2 can do to respond. So we've got a dry forecast, as you would expect. Of course, it's kind of dusk conditions out here. We've got dusk conditions in qualifying. We will then switch over to night race, as you would expect in Saudi Arabia. I'm being asked if my voice is okay. Is everybody hearing me all right? Can you confirm? I'm not quite sure whether that refers to a problem or otherwise. I'm watching Mr. Steen, but I should really be with Eric Pancakes, should I? Because he was first out on gated turns 1 and 2, a possible overtaking move, especially on lap 1, to do that. And then we've got currently just a series of left followed by right followed by left, with different speeds, of course, until we get the DRS zone here at the end of sector 1 towards the banked turn 13 at the halfway point of the circuit, the northeast section of the circuit. All right, it sounds like I'm not well, does it? Okay, let's see what I can do about that. I feel fine, so thank you. I'm not quite sure what that's all about. But then Eric Pancakes then continuing underneath the floodlights that are already on. We've got the skyscrapers in the background, left and right, and then this one. This is one of the most difficult corners, turn 23 and 24. It's about threading the needle through there and riding those curbs. DRS for the second time of asking on the lap, as we go for the long looping left-hander until it suddenly sharpens into a hairpin that, if I were being unkind, I might suggest be called the Crashtappen hairpin. Yeah, we're having some offers of some commentary. Burmeister, I would love to have you on the chat, and I know Lightning would absolutely pop his socks off if you were on the chat, but I'm not sure how much I can trust you to keep it professional. Ginger Tiger goes fastest at 28.686 from Kuipers, Simon Palmer and Eric Pancakes. Your initial lead. Rusman in the McLaren goes a 30.657, and Nitric Ash, his teammate, just 3/10 behind. Ivan Belov pops into P4, and Ben Roberts into P5. Who else have we got actually on a lap? Some medium tyres for Smoke, and he crosses the line with a 1:31, but unfortunately had invalidated. But the medium tyres will allow him to run again on those tyres for another go. Ivan says predicting lots of front wings broken. We did all right last night, funnily enough, and I'm wondering whether there's been a tweak to the game mechanics to reduce the amount of safety car iterations, because we have my recent streams have all been quite kind on safety cars. Tirak goes 1:30.221, and Courtney, hi to Courtney, first time commenter I think, who is here for Smoke, and says you are speed ka-chow, which is pretty cool, and I'm pretty sure our regular co-commentator Lightning would enjoy that one too. Smoke is going for a double lap then. See what he can get on this particular check, on this particular lap into that difficult turn 23, 24. Of course, the most turns of any circuit, although they're quite generous with how they number these 2 turns here as 2 separate turns, despite being at final apex. Gets the car hooked up pretty nicely, avoids the wall on the outside, very nice. And then away to the line. Smoke in P6 gets a 29.318. Well, Burmost, if you can get yourself an invite to the F2 party, you can do it. I've extended an invitation to all our F2 drivers for the pole sitter and any DNFs to come and join me to help make up for the lack of Lightning tonight. But Burr, if you can persuade Kuipers or somebody else to invite you into that party, then I think that would be okay. I think you are an established enough member of Invictus to be trustable. I'm just nervous that I leave it as a free-for-all. I know that the boss, who might be watching, say hello if you are, boss, is very rightly guarded as to who he allows on the mic. Joe Hamster and Office have both invalidated. What about Cool 132 though on his outlap? Let's see how the car is running. Ivan's saying there's nobody to curse the drivers tonight. Well, I can give it my best, but I don't think they'd appreciate that. So let's see what Cool 132 has got. Now, the Alfa Romeo drivers have managed to accrue more points than anybody else this championship, despite both of them not being regular podium or winners. And it's just about consistency and close teamwork. They've been really close on track all year, and so far kept it clean and had a good time. Ren says Cool has been on 5 podiums. Yeah, of course, Cool has picked up some podiums. I'm talking about wins though. I think I said podium in error, but they really have been a formidable team. And let's see what Cool has got. We'll ride with Cool through his next lap attempt. Mr. Steen complaining about Simon Palmer in the driver chat room, unfortunately, for some blocking. Cool 132 taking the first exit out of turn 2 quite carefully. Now we're into turn 4 and 5 now. These curbs are just arbitrarily painted on the road surface. They don't actually have a great deal of texture to them for the most part, apart from the odd crazy one at like turn 23. Into the bank turn of 13 we go. A high to low to high attempt there, keeping it very traditionally racing line attempt. Into the next few corners. This is the Pirelli section, so named by me because of the advertising hoardings. Sometimes the only way to know where you are on track is the change of adverts on the side of the concrete walls. Here's the tricky corner. On the real track, there is a significant curb in that corner that spits the cars over the edge. Simply 90, I think, is he writing Kuipers? Yes, he's writing Kuipers, and so he's all for it. And then Cool 132 surviving the final corner. and away towards the start finish line, right middle of the road, and predictably enough, right with his teammate again. There he goes into P7 on a 129.001. Kuipers downshifting in the first sector, mid corner, just to stabilise the car. Got plenty of chat in the live chat already. A reminder, please, to like the video today, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, because we have racing 4 nights of the week. I think we have 5 different races over 4 nights. Most of them start at 8 PM. Kuiper's just rubbing the wall there on the way out of turn 15. And then we're coming up on the trickiest section of track. Kuiper's blending the throttle to keep the lap alive. Lucky not to invalidate through there. One more significant corner to go before he hits the apex. Hopefully not quite. And there you can see him hesitating on the way out. Kuipers, let me know, Burmeister, if Kuipers is using your setup as usual. And let's ride with Ginger Tiger then through his first sector. Was slightly slower. Ivan Belov goes fastest, a 27.876. Normal service is very much resumed now that Ivan Belov is back. He's top of the table on the grid standings so far. The drivers usually quite relieved when Ivan Belov can't make it. As I say, win or nothing it has been for Ivan Belov this year on his scores. 4 wins to his name out of 9 races, but a couple of DNS and a couple of DNFs. If you can pick that up on the mic, okay. Down into the final corner then for Ginger Tiger. Feeding the throttle out very smoothly indeed. Car in front diving into the pits. No problem for Ginger Tiger, who crosses the line P2, a 128.525, some distance away from Ivan Belov's fastest time. He currently leads by 0.8 of a second on a 27.876. We had one driver yesterday in F1 made it into the 126s, but only one. Smoke is going 0.8 faster than he's been before. Nice tight field we have here, and Smoke straight up onto the provisional front row, a 28.341. Just beats Ginger Tiger, and Smoke aiming to get himself right up there in the order. So your current standings with 5 and a bit minutes to go, we have got Ivan Belov, Smoke, Ginger Tiger, Mr. Steen, Joe Hamster, Kuipers, Simon Palmer, Russman, Cool 132, Eric Pancakes, Office Red, Ben Roberts, Nitrogash Tadeli, Tirach, and Keza. Your current times. Just give me 1 second. Okay, we're hoping to try and get Burmeister, and in between sessions I will send Burmeister I will send him an invite to the party chat. Although someone else will be able to send you that into the F2 party that Ben Roberts set up to invite all the drivers. If you can get Kuipers or somebody else in to invite you into the party chat, that would be awesome. Okay, so Joe Hamster through the turn 13. Ivan busily trying to spoil people's football watching experience a little bit there. Don't be that guy, Ivan. Don't tell people scores of other sports while you're watching something else. As Joe Hamster, nearly half a second over his fastest time so far. That one's deliberately blanked, and he might go through again. He might have time to get into the pits, turn the car around. Got a couple of outlaps. Simon Palmer in the Mercedes, and Eric Pancakes just ahead, I think. Eric, he's only just started his outlap, so I think it's Simon Palmer with the next one. Simon Palmer, who has not been able to stay away from the dreaded virus, but hopefully feeling better and feeling like he can attack the racetrack. He didn't do too badly last time he raced ill though. I think the adrenaline kept him going, and it did sound pretty awful afterwards when we spoke to them. And Simon then, wow, very aggressive into turn 4 and 5. He's really on it. P7 at the moment, and too much turn in, unfortunately, for Simon Palmer. Let's see what Kez has got, Simon's teammate. Into turn 1 and 2. Looking for a good exit. He managed to upshift early. Tremendously quick and difficult track here in Saudi Arabia. They haven't managed to render any nearby missile smoke into the game yet, but maybe we'll get that as a weather option one year. Away through the Aramco section then at the far northeast of the circuit. One of the longest tracks as well in F1. Down into the dangerous turn 23 for Keza, and it's an invalidation. So easy to do, but all the pressure on Keza now. He'll do well to get himself out of the pits in time to go for another lap. He might have to just go for one lap on the tyres he's on at the moment. Mr. Steen is pushing hard. A little bit wide through the first sector there. He's managed to stay 300ths up on his time. So Mr. Steen from P4 needs to make a bit more of a gain to try and get that P3 starting place, but Ivan Belov still leads on a 27.876. Nobody coming close to Ivan Belov's speed at the moment. Ivan is referring in football to a moment that we both remember from a previous league, where a driver was trying to keep an eye on a match on another screen in the room and managed to crash out. So always good to make sure your focus is on what you're doing wholly and completely. Mr. Steen then into the final corner. He is up on his time. He could potentially be heading for a front row start here, or possibly a P3. What's it going to be for Mr. Steen in the Williams? Up to P2 at 28.205, narrowing that gap to Ivan Belov, who I think is actually already pushing on his next lap. Is he? It says 0 laps, but I think he might be doing a slow charge lap, in fact. So I think everybody else has started their laps, and he's about to cross the go through the final corner and try and be the last one over the line. So can he work from Ivan Belov? Smoke negating turn 4 there, just driving straight across the apex. Is that too wide? Not quite. Smoke is staying on it. Let's see what Smoke has got in the first sector. He is a quarter of a second faster than he's been before through there. And Ginger Tiger is... oh, I couldn't catch his next time. Let's ride with Ginger Tiger as Kuipers gets the checkered flag at 28.4 and drops Ginger Tiger down to P5. I know that that Ivan Belov is on a lap as well. What is Ginger Tiger going to get in this one? It's a 1.5 tenth improvement. Smoke, he's going to cross the line now to increase his improvement, and Ivan Belov has invalidated. So it's all about Smoke versus Ginger here, and Smoke against Mr. Steen as well. Smoke looking like the man most likely. He's got a great opportunity for a tow here on the back of Mr. Steen. Should be able to get a little bit of benefit out of there as he gets the car down into the final corner. Beautiful apex from Smoke. He's already on the way out. Rubs the wall slightly. The advertisers won't be particularly happy about that, but he crosses the line into P2. Smoke 127.881, and Ginger Tiger has already crossed the line. Couldn't improve on onto the front row, but regained his 4th position. With some great work. Let's ride with Keza though, because it's now or never for Keza. The checkered flag has fallen. Can he keep this lap on the go, up to P11, which frankly is a great place to start the race for him. He's got the 2 Red Bulls in front of him, Joe Hamster and Eric Pancakes, who'll be on different strategies, and it should be a fairly straightforward soft to medium tyre split. Brilliant stuff by the boys there in F2. Ivan Beloff leads from Smoke and Mr. Steen. I'll take you through the rest of the order very shortly, and I'll just try and get Bert into the party. So the screen will go off for a second. Hopefully I can do this without losing